We got
said,
receipts.
bar for bar, word for word. You said maybe they should just realize I'm bearing some awesome fruit around this bitch. And I liked that. I said, okay, I can rock with him. I can rock with him.
Yo, what up? It's your boy Brando. Welcome back to another episode of Artist Premiere. Today's guest, she's a singer, she's an actress, she is a model, and a future philanthropist. All around influencer. We've got Jasmine in the building. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for the introduction. It was pretty dope.
I mean,
I like it.
It is what it is, you know, no cap in my
It's
rap.
true. No,
No cap in my rap. How do you feel today? How's it feel to be here?
I feel blessed. Lately it seems like everything is just in divine alignment. I prayed for certain things and asked for certain things, and we think it's supposed to happen at our pace and on our own way, but it happens through the things you least expect. So
Right.
I'm happy to have came across you, and like it's in divine alignment.
I feel that energy, and I appreciate you sharing it with me. You know, a lot of times people might, you know, they feel that energy, things are going good for them, and they don't share it. You know, they just keep rocking and hoping it stays on track. But you know, things reciprocate. So
Yeah.
when you pour, you get out what you put into things. You know, so
Like those seeds you planted are now producing fruit.
right,
That's when I actually
Right.
really. Can we cuss on here?
yeah,
That's when I really started fucking with you. When
Yeah.
I had text you and if you don't mind me like sharing
no,
this
run it,
or whatever,
run it.
like, okay, Brandon is really, he's confident and he knows what he's talking about, you know, and people can take that wrong if you don't always have the right tone. So it's easy to jump on a bandwagon with everybody else and be like, okay, this dude's a dick. You know, like, I don't know. It's easy to jump on that bandwagon, but if you think at your own pace and you use spiritual discernment, you like, you know what? Let me just try it. I don't want to go the way everybody else goes. That's typical. I'll think deeper than that. So I was like, we ended up having another class together, and there's like 3 people in there that day. That's not normal. I just want to tell you that because it's divine alignment here. 3 people showed up, and you know, he was just talking about his life, and I seen his heart. So I was like, okay, you know, I'm gonna give this guy a chance. And we started working together on a group project, and we went to the film room upstairs at our school, and I was watching him set the camera up, and the way he was setting the camera up, you can tell he loved it. Like he was having so much fun setting his camera up and talking to himself, and I was sitting back like,
With one arm. By the
okay,
way.
yeah, with one arm at the time. With one arm, that's dedication. You don't see that. So me seeing that, and I see myself too. So I was like, okay. And I forgot what you said verbatim, but you were like, thank you for giving me a chance and not
Yeah.
like judging me.
Right.
And I was like, dang, that's the fact he has to say that. So
Yeah.
long story
You know.
short, like,
Yeah, I was saying thanks for offering to work with me. Like usually they think I'm a know-it-all or something, or like
Yeah.
you just explained it.
yeah.
But you know, I mean, once you get to know me, you know, I have a passion not only for production but for people and the growth of people. So
From listening to your song that you showed me, I can tell that. Like,
Terrified to Love.
yes.
Yeah, that's one of them ones. We're gonna have to revisit that one.
But to tie the story in, and why I even brought this up was because you texted me in the message, and you were like, you know what? It's not my problem
Oh yeah.
if they don't want it. What did you say?
You know what? I don't even know. Like I think it was something about fruit. It was like bearing fruit or whatever.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to show you the exact text message that you said.
Bet that'll work.
This is what made me really be like, okay, I fuck with him, and I understand him completely.
We got
You said,
receipts.
bar for bar, word for word. You said maybe they should just realize I'm bearing some awesome fruit around this bitch. And I can rock with him. I can rock with him.
I feel
completely.
that. I remember that moment too. You were saying like, you know, everybody can't digest that much at once. You know,
Right.
the seeds that you're planting at once.
No, seriously, and I had to learn that when you have information, when you're just passionate about something, sometimes you can only give somebody this much energy. You can't give them all of it. Like, you can't give them all of you at one time because they don't even know how to process it or take it.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
have to give it to them in increments and not even because you're just too big, not even because you're just the best thing, but because they have to be proven worthy of being in your
Worthy.
space.
Oh yeah, no, for sure, absolutely.
And vice versa.
I
Test me, test my spirit. Like do it.
That's what I'm on 100% of the time.
Yeah.
Like people that know me know that I'll ask you one question to figure out 5 things. Like that's just how I move. I'm very observant, and I need to
You're trying to
protect
see if they like dedicated.
to see if they're really about it. You know, to figure out their character.
Are you used to people just talking?
Well, yeah, because that's what people do.
Yeah.
I need to know if they really about it. You
No,
know?
I get that. I test people's heart posture. Like I expect for them to test mine too because you might be having a bad day and I just don't know you. And now we got off on the wrong foot because you were having a bad day and you don't know my language yet. Just like I don't know what you talking about. I only see me because I understand me.
Yeah.
And it's like, if we can get through that, I fuck with you. Like, okay, we can keep testing this, but if it gets to a point where I have to do it too much, too consistent, too often, then it might be you, and you just don't see right now, and that's cool. I'm still
Right.
praying for you, but
Yeah, the it's not it's yeah my test when I test people it don't be long because it doesn't take that much for me to
Yeah.
figure it out. You know, yeah, and you know. I feel like when I'm having a bad day, I try not to even meet new people or talk too much.
I can relate though because a lot of people look at me and they go, "Oh, she's probably stuck up. She's probably a mean girl. She's probably a bitch. She's probably." And it's like if you took the time to really get to know me, have a
Right.
conversation, like to know me is to love me, literally. It's like, come on. I hate that scenario. People just prejudge you based upon how you look, and it's like you don't even know what I've been through or my story.
Right. And people don't understand as even like as a man like how much you have to go through to be this patient and calm, you know, and just you know, because some people let their emotions get the best of them and stuff, and a lot of people try to poke the bear.
Yes.
And I got a lot of pokes, but I'm still chilling. So I just thank God for every opportunity and the ability to recognize those opportunities as well and advance on them. So, yeah.
I can agree with that. But sometimes even with poking the bear, when the bear doesn't respond or react to say, hey, I'm still a bear, people tend to forget it's a bear. So sometimes you have to come out that and be like, you got to put some respect on it. I understand how you can take me wrong. I get that you can prejudge me. I get that. I would too if I was on the outside, but that's not what we on.
Right. I pick
All
my
respect and
battles,
love.
you know. You know, I let them get their exercise. Poke the bear. Poke. You need exercise, poke. I have enough to give you that.
Yeah.
I have an abundance of it. Keep poking. But you're not about to forget that this is a bear. So, you know.
Yeah. And there'll be a hug and a prayer at the end of that.
Yeah. And that's exactly. It's not even on no violent shit.
Right.
You about to be enlightened.
That's how me and my family are. Because that's how me and my family are. As long as at the end of this is love, we can argue all day. I don't care.
And my perspective on something like that is if you're in my vicinity, we on the same team.
Yeah.
I won't even be around or have somebody around that I don't care about their growth or I'm not invested in some way. I'm automatically invested in their journey if I'm around them.
Right.
So there's no opposition.
Right.
You know, and I try to get people to understand that. And that's difficult to get people to understand. It's like, why I don't argue with people.
Yeah.
If I'm here for you. Like if you're around, I'm allowing you to this access. So it's love, you know. So
Yeah.
that's my perspective on that type thing. Like I can't bad energy doesn't even come. I can't have it within 10 miles, 10 feet of my vicinity. And when bad energy does come around, my whole world gets thrown off because how pure my energy is. And like crazy shit starts happening. That's how I'll be like, oh yeah, this person's energy's fucked up. And I'll just know. But yeah.
Sometimes with me though, That's me. Like my energy be the one that's fucked up,
Yeah.
and I have to check it. I'm there for everybody. I have such a big heart. Like I go out my way for people.
Mhm.
So, but some days I have my days.
Everybody's a
Like just
human.
because I'm me and God are very cool. I speak about him heavily. Like we're good.
That's your
I
boy.
listen. If you don't know him, I will help you. Okay, I will help you because I'm telling you, my life used to not be like this. I
Mhm.
didn't have no type of peace, but when I started walking with God, it was just like it's not even that serious.
Let's get in a little more into that. When you say like you used to be different in various ways. Like, how were you, and how did people respond to that?
Um,